And now, Brandon Thiccc Boy Schaub.
Good morning, Vietnam. It's Monday, April 29th. It is 8:57 a.m. on the dot, kids. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Fantastic. Go ahead and say it out loud. Pretend I'm listening to you right now. I can't hear you, but I'm hoping you guys are doing well. Your boy went to bed at 8:30 last night. Woke up at 3:30. I am delirious at this point. I'm exhausted. Casey looks exhausted as well.
I feel good. Sleep score 93.
And what do you use, a Whoop?
I got my Garmin right here. It's a golf watch, but it tracks your sleep, your calories, your steps, all that shit.
Here's my thing about Whoop, Garmin. As far as navigation for your ball, I get it. That sounds fun. That sounds like a good time. Those balls are tiny and they're tough to see, and they should be a different color than white most of the time. That's nowhere there.
No problem if you're in the fairway, though. Am I right?
Oh, I'm not that good, so my balls go all over. I'm talking about these nuts. But here's my problem with Whoop and the sleep things is what they don't take into consideration is sometimes you got to be mentally tough and just get your shit together, and you got to move forward, and you got to knock out that workout. I was using Whoop for a while. I was sponsored by them. I used it for a hot second. I'm talking months. And it drove me nuts because like, today's going to be a rough day. Take it easy. I'm like, oh, I have 4 podcasts, a workout, and I got to pick my kids up from school. So it would put you in the wrong frame of mind. I didn't like it. So I kicked it. My life's instantly better. Try it out, dude. And do you feel better when it gives you a high score on your sleep thing?
I feel like good about myself. Like I'll take a nap and it'll be like, you did great job taking a nap. Good for you. And I'm like, you know what? I did.
All right. Well, that's a positive then. Yeah. Yes, the other side of it is when it wakes up, it's like, you're at a whatever 100% kick ass today. You're like, oh, thanks, man. But I want mine to say kick ass no matter what. Good sleep, bad sleep. It's going to be like, today's going to be rough, dude, but you got this, bud. Today's going to be rough. You got 2 hours of sleep, and it's going to be rough. But you got a lot to do, and we can do this. And you can rest the next night, and we'll figure it out. But it doesn't say that.
Yeah, because they can't fit that on the screen.
True. I was in Phoenix doing some race stuff, and with my son, he's getting involved in it. That's the best part about racing is the kiddos can do it. So I bring my kiddo everywhere with me. And where we were racing was it was 2.5 hours from the hotel we were staying at in downtown Phoenix. So we're out in the sticks. And we got done racing about 7 o'clock at night. We drive an hour and a half back to where my rental truck was, and I realized I left my rental keys back at the racetrack. So we didn't get back to about 3 a.m. Now, I'm fine. Daddy's had some long nights. I've pulled an all-nighter before. Don't recommend it. It was awful. I thought I was going to die like I was in the movie True Blood. All right? The show True Blood. Do not pull an all-nighter, kids. It is not fun as it sounds. There's nothing fun about staying up 24 hours. It's exhausting. For my 8-year-old, it's tough. It was a tough one for the 8-year-old, being up till 3 a.m. and then jumping on a plane at 8 a.m. and then going to Home Run Derby. We missed Home Run Derby. He didn't want to go. He wanted to sleep, and I didn't blame him. That's on Dad. It's part of the adventures, man. But it's May. And it's a terrible time if you're a fight fan. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're going to listen to other shows. UFC might use this. If UFC 301 is just popping, like, this is what they thought about you. Okay. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This should be a fight night. Even if it was a fight night, I'd be like, I'll get to it. Pay-per-view? You want $80 for this? I sound like Sebastian right now. You want $80 for this? This is part of the butterfly effect when they load $299, $300. It's just how it goes. I'm grateful. We're still getting it. You're still getting fights, still put on fights. That fight night, name the main event, Chad, and go. Casey, name the main event, go.
Steve.
Nope. That's this weekend's pay-per-view. I know you messed up, dude. That's just where we're at, man. That's where it's at right now. This is, you guys had to see this coming. $299, $300 was pure fire, pure magic. You guys got the Ryan Garcia thing, right? The big fight, the upset, and combat sports have been popping, bro. Oh my God. The MMA gods and boxing gods have been so good to us, and they can only give you so much. So don't be mad. Don't be mad. Does it hurt the views on all the channels and for all the people like me? Yes, it does. Okay? But that's all good. The best fight in May happened with a bare knuckle FC.
I mean the end of April.
Oh, it is in it. We're not even in May yet.
No,
May
not yet.
starts this week, right? Because Cinco de Mayo is Saturday or Sunday?
It's this weekend. So I
It's
think-
Sunday because
yes.
it's the same day as my girl's birthday. So that is Sunday. I should know that. So the best fight in the next 30-something days was BKFC. Mike Perry is unstoppable, for God's sakes. This dude is... He found his niche. And he is dominating. And he absolutely murked Thiago Alves. Now, Thiago hasn't fought in a hot second. In a very hot second. And he was doing it for the money. I think he made 200 grand.
Yep.
Mike Perry made 600 grand.
That's in the UFC, but let's look at he did BKFC as well. So 2021.
Oh, so he fought in 2021.
Yeah.
So he didn't fight in 3 years. His last UFC was what?
2019 or something?
2019. 5 years ago. Yeah, so I mean, Mike Perry's going to Mike Perry. He just walked through him. Ben Rothwell and Todd Duffy was a weird one. Todd Duffy got a stinger. He's had issues like that for a hot second.
Okay.
He's had nerve issues, so Ben Rothwell was pretty upset about that. Ben Rothwell's another guy, had a great, had a better career in the UFC than Mike Perry. And then now he's gone over to bare knuckle, and he's also no punk in bare knuckle. He's undefeated in bare knuckle. That man was built for bare knuckle. Mm-hmm. That's what he does. That makes sense. And then they had the big announcement because Conor bought BKFC.
No. He's a minority stake owner.
What a move by them, though.
Yeah.
Remember when the owner of BKFC was meeting with Dana? Everyone's like, "Oh, UFC's buying it." Nope. He was just getting sign off to have Conor McGregor involved in it.
That's what I was asking Casey earlier. Like, would Dana be upset about this, or is this like helping the UFC in the future? Like, if they possibly bring them over?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt the UFC. I think because
definitely not going to hurt the UFC.
Definitely not hurt him, but
upset Dana.
I think what it's doing is David Feldman meeting with Dana to give the sign off to get Conor on board. He had to have Dana sign off. Like Conor can't just jump in with another fight league without the co-sign of Dana. That's all this is. But good for them. That's a big deal. How about Conor said the only reason he got involved was to fire Artem?
What?
Remember his issue with Artem going bad on him?
Does Artem try to sue him?
Yeah. So he was like, the only reason they were like, how petty is this? Obviously it's not, but it's funny.
Yeah.
And Connor's also Paulie Malignaggi's boss now. Kinda.
Yeah. Definitely has more pull than, most people. If Conor doesn't like you, you got problems, especially if he's a part owner in the league that you work for. That could be a problem. But yeah, BKFC is, they're doing the damn thing.
There was a lot of weird things that happened too. So, like you said, the Todd Duffy one, where there's like, they called it a phantom punch, but then when he landed, he said there was a stinger. You said he had to deal with this before.
What's weird, if you look at the replay of Duffy and Rothwell, Duffy lands a huge overhand right.
Oh, okay.
He lands like a huge right, and then maybe that like jammed his. But when you have that nerve damage, I know everyone wants to shit on Todd Duffy right now. Todd's such a beast, so gifted, so fucking gifted. He's one of the reasons he hasn't been so active is because of the nerve damage. So I know people are like, oh, he quit mentally. Man, that nerve damage, when it's bad, man.
Oh yeah.
And he's missed a lot of fights because of it.
And then that guy Lorenzo Hunt, he got dropped and then dislocated his elbow. I don't know if you saw that. It was like terrible. I don't know if they show the pictures. Hold on a sec.
It's entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, here are the salaries though, which I thought was impressive for BKFC.
Perry 600, Thiago Pitbull Alves 200, 100, Ben Roethlisberger 150, Todd Duffy 85, Julian Lane 20 grand. Yeah.
Oh, well, here's
some of the highlights.
injury.
These boys just go at it, man.
You can see his elbows just jacked right
What
there.
BKFC needs is their own star. Like Mike Perry's the face of
Without
it.
a doubt.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's a big star. They need like that crossover star. They need their version of Conor. You know, they need some organic grown, not a guy who came from the UFC to here. They need that. They need someone to go, hold on, I can fight in the UFC or one championship, or I can go straight to bare knuckle, make more money, and develop their name there. They need that star. That's what they need.
People are interested.
I mean, it's paying more. You look at those payouts.
Yeah, that's really good payouts.
That's more than most UFC guys make. I mean, not as a main event, you know, but that's more money Mike Perry's made in maybe all his UFC fights.
And even Mick Terrell, I didn't even know who he was, but he's getting 100 grand for this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Julian Lane.
Let me bang, bro.
Yeah, 20 grand. And he won. But, yeah.
Damn. Our girl Crystal Pittman made $500.
That's insane.
Ain't that a bitch? For bare knuckle?
What the fuck?
Show them feet on OnlyFans.
No way.
$500.
$500.
Maybe
This must be a
maybe
mistake.
it's 5,000.
5,000? I think it has
Even
to be.
5,000's tough. Bare knuckle?
$500.
It has to be
Oh
off,
my
right?
God, it has to be off. Oh my God.
There's other ways to make a living, girl. Bare knuckle? God damn, $500? That has to be a typo. That has to be a
girl too.
That has to be a typo.
Damn, dude.
That has to be a typo.
There's no way it's not a typo. It has to be a typo.
Let's take a little break from chatting all the fisticuffs this week. It's a slow week, but there is a big UFC 301. It's going down in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Horrible memories for your boy there. Horrible time. I was knocked unconscious out there. Not gonna lie to you guys. I hate the place. But I will watch the UFC this weekend. 301 is in Brazil. They are back. And could it get any better? You're damn right it can. Because not only can you watch UFC 301, you can make bank with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. And it is a banger of a card. They got the flyweight championship going down. You got Pantoja versus Steve. I'm just calling him Steve. That's fun. Ursag is his last name, but I'm just calling him Steve. It's Pantoja versus our boy Steve, and you have the flyweight world championship going down. Jose Aldo, the king, is back. Anthony Smith. You got Paul Craig, our boy Jack Shore. Shout out to Jack Shore. Enjoy that flight from England to Brazil. There's a lot to like here. Is it UFC 299? No. Is it UFC 300? God, no. Should this be a fight night? Probably. But either way, it's a pay-per-view and make bank this freaking Saturday. New to DraftKings? Check this out. New customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the code SCHAUBSHOW, SCHAUB show. That's code SCHAUBSHOW for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. May the 4th be with you. On Fight Night at DraftKings, the crown is yours, yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-878-97777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.co/MMA for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly. They're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service and parts knowledge you need for all your maintenance and repairs. Whatever you need, they got you covered. I have a 20-year-old Ford Lightning. They had the parts, and if they didn't, they came the next freaking day. They've got thousands of parts and accessories in stock, either in-store or online, so you never have to worry if you're in a jam. The O'Reilly team got you covered. The team at O'Reilly Auto Parts can test your battery for free in or out of your car. If it needs to be replaced, bam, they help you find it just the way you need to get back on the road. Need your windshield wipers replaced? We got you. Brake light fixed? We got you. Quick service? We got you. To help you find the right part or point you to the nearest local repair shop for help. Whether you're a car expert or a freaking rookie when it comes to cars, the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are knowledgeable, helpful, and best of all, super friendly. The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto do-it-yourself, and you can find what you need in store or online. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit them at O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub, SCHAUB. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub. O'Reilly.
Oy.
What else you got, bud?
Let's go to. Oh, so Alex Pereira. So as soon as Alex Pereira won against Jamal Hill, Magomed Ankalaev, who is pretty much the guy in line for the next title shot, he called him out, and then Alex said that it's too late because he wants him in I think October or something like that, later this year. So he's like, Alex is saying he wants to fight sooner.
Yeah, but Ankalaev wants to fight in Abu Dhabi. No, you're on the champ's terms.
Mm-hmm.
Champ's not going to go, to Abu Dhabi. If you don't fight in Abu Dhabi, it's not happening. You're not the champ. So Alex Pereira congratulates Ostabi in the first round by knockout. That's not true. The man doesn't have a chin. That's also not true.
And then this is
he put,
response.
I don't want to fight at the end of the year. I want to fight sooner, so maybe that shows he won't be ready. I don't know why he said that. This guy's complicated. Honestly, I have to see what's best. I'm here to fight, but I understand best about other things, like where is best to fight and where isn't. If I have to fight there, I will. But if it's not a date I want, then it's not best for me. I can say no. You're the champ. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. When you're Alex Pereira. Also, this is why I like Alex going to heavyweight, because Ankalaev, not a big name, tough matchup, not the funnest fight in the world for him. Mm-hmm. If I'm him, I bounce. I go to heavyweight. I fight some guys there. Maybe you get it in for the title contention or fight right away for the title. Yeah. So there's just not much there for him.
Michael Bisping interviewed Yuri Prochazka.
Bisping been interviewing everybody.
Yeah. And Yuri said that he would literally, even though he just fought, he would literally go to Brazil to fight Alex if he wanted to do it earlier, since he was saying like he doesn't want to do it later. But of course, it's this weekend, so there's no way it's going to happen.
No, I mean, it's fun to say, and I think Yuri's being honest.
I do too.
Yuri also said he wants to fight at 85, which I love.
He said he'd be willing to go down, but not up. If he was going to move weight classes, it would be down, not up.
He's a thin 205er.
Yeah.
85, I think it would be really good for him. Really good for him. He could compete, he competes at light heavyweight for a title shot. Obviously, he was the champ. But 85, instant, credibility for a title shot.
All right. This is Petr Yan and Chito Vera going at it right now.
Yeah, because Cheeto's calling him out.
Yeah,
we'll see Cheeto on Friday.
Let me show you what Cheeto said first. This is what he said first. Right.
Cheeto Vera says he wants to fight Petr Yan in November at Madison Square Garden. Says Petr Yan has turned down the fight twice before. I want to fight in November, Madison Square Garden. I'd like to fight Petr Yan. The winner can sit right there waiting for a title shot. Peter declined to fight me before. We saw each other at my last fight, and he's like, hey, I want you next. I said, what are you talking about? You declined twice.
And this is Petr's response.
Jan said, let's be honest, if we had fought earlier, you would never have made it to the title fight. Everything has its time, and the time for your whooping is coming soon.
And then this is how Cheeto responded.
Shut the F up. Just show up.
Yeah.
I'm with Cheeto. Just get it done.
All right. So back to Michael Bisping. So Michael Bisping said that he would come out of retirement, and he sounded pretty serious about it too. He would come out of retirement to fight Luke Rockhold for their trilogy, but in karate combat.
I'd watch that. That'd be huge for karate combat.
Yeah.
Luke Rockhold, I was doing a live stream. Everyone was like, you've got to do the trilogy. I do karate combat against Luke Rockhold. I'll do it. I'll have a trilogy with Luke Rockhold and karate combat. I would love to. Let me just see my hip doctor first, get my neck sorted. I'm joking. I'd do it 100%. Let's go. Yeah, I bet you'd do it.
That'll do pretty big numbers, I imagine.
Especially for big numbers for them, for sure.
Yeah.
But Rockhold called out Machida, too.
I think Machida. Oh yeah, that. And I think Machida also wants to fight. Was it Rockhold? Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I thought he was calling out Bisping, but
No.
yeah. Okay, so this is DraftKings. Their new thing is doing odds on fighters making weight or not.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, I can. It
If you're a
immediately,
fighter,
like, you can mess with that kind of like.
but if
maybe?
you're a
I don't
fighter,
know.
and also if you're gonna make weight, wouldn't you just bet a ton of money on yourself that you make weight? Like the
Exactly,
week
that's what
of.
I'm saying. You can mess with it. So I don't know, but
Well, the odds are awful though. But still, if you put 10 grand on, let's say you're one of these guys,
look at this one.
minus 20,000.
20,000.
You're not gonna make any money on that.
Yeah.
But the other ones go back. But also, going to the fight and you're going to get 50% of your purse taken. Wouldn't you just put as much money as you and your team
I know.
can
So
get
there can be
together?
some shady stuff happening.
Like, couldn't just one of your friends or something just be like, hey, go put this money. I'm not going to make the weight. We're going to miss out 50%
Like
of
by
the
1
cut.
pound or something.
Yeah.
That's why it's controversial right now. But they're doing it.
God, these comments. The guy goes, the only time I'm betting on women's MMA is on some porkers to miss weight. Jesus Christ, man. Savages. Jesus Christ. Oh, this was cool.
Yeah.
Because I was watching the fight night, even though it was awful. I was watching the fight night, and Joe Martinez, I started with the prelims. I'm watching it, and then I'm like talking with my kids, playing with my kids. And all of a sudden, I hear a girl's voice. And I was like, "Oh, maybe it's like a Make-A-Wish situation." No, I was serious. I love Charlie. I was like, because she was on ESPN for a hot second, and she was at WWE before. I'm very familiar with Charlie. She's great. But I thought it was like, oh, maybe they let some kid with cancer or something. I couldn't see. I just heard a voice. And no, Joe Martinez got sick halfway through. And then so here it is. So this is from Mike Bond. This is a new one. Joe Martinez is under the weather. So Charlie has stepped in mid-event as the Octagon announcer. Straight up badass.
She did great, too.
Great.
Yeah.
First UFC in history female announcer. Yeah. I bet UFC uses her more. Talk about a badass. That's a lot of pressure.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
If they asked me to do it, the names, the names. You know how mad people would be. The names, and she just jumps right in. Gangster, dude. Yeah. Hats off to Charlie. She's a little badass,
and she's cute too.
Yes, that doesn't hurt. I'd rather look at her than Joe Martinez. And I love Joe.
Hopefully Joe's doing well.
I've known Joe for a hot second when he was just doing boxing. I've known him forever.
Good dude?
Great guy. One of the best.
Awesome.
Yeah, great guy.
Hopefully he's doing well.
But again, I'd rather look at Charlie and listen to Charlie than Joe. I'm sorry, Joe. It's like when you're playing football at Alabama, you get hurt, you're fucked. Because you know the next guy behind you, All-American high school, just waiting for a shot. And once he gets in there, he's not giving it up. For Joe Martinez, there's not a lot of announcing jobs, and a lot more people would rather look and listen to Charlie, right?
I wonder what he was sick with, though, but we'll never.
Food poisoning, to hit him mid-event like that.
That's kind of
crazy.
crazy.
You got to dip out.
Mid-event.
It must have been pretty bad. Maybe he had diarrhea.
Been there.
Oof, I was there this weekend at the airport. My kid didn't help either. I said, sit there with the bag. Don't go with anybody and get molested. And I went in the bathroom. And he kept going, Dad, you have diarrhea? I'm like, hey, man, be cool. You know your mom made that weird Mexican food last night. Be cool.
Tiger Savage.
Savage.
Dad, you got diarrhea in there?
Oh, so loud. Dad, you got diarrhea in there? My dad has diarrhea. That's all. Cool, man. How about Boston? He's in preschool, and the teacher sent us a text when I was in Phoenix on Friday. Teacher goes, I got to send this to you guys. It's so funny. She goes, she walks around while they're eating snack, and he looks at his friend. He goes, is tomorrow the weekend? His friend's like, yeah, it's Saturday. It's going to be the weekend, Boston. He goes, oh, thank God, I can finally live my life.
How old is Boston again?
4.
Oh my God. Shit.
Live my life. Thank God I can finally live my life. What? I don't know where you got that.
That's adorable, though.
So cute.
My legs are barbecued.
My legs are barbecued. Whenever his legs are tired, my legs are barbecued, man. All right, what else you got, Jen? Shout out to Charlie. I can't imagine doing that with zero notice on a weird fight night. It was like when I auditioned to be a analyst at Fox, and it was Chael Sonnen, and I forget who else is on there. It might have been Dominic Cruz, and not Sage Steele. What's the other black girl's name?
Karen Bryant.
Karen Bryant. Mm-hmm. Karen Bryant. And Chael, it might have been Dom Cruz, and they put me in there, and it was the most. It might have been like the first time they went to Brazil for a fight night, and it was all Brazilian, like tough Portuguese names, and they were fighting all Dagestanians. Dude, I thought somebody set me up, and they didn't give me like a pre-run through. No. It was a disaster. What else you got, Jen? So shout out to Charlie.
So this is Justin Gaethje talking about his health after the fight.
He goes, I do think that repeated concussions, with me going to sleep like that, me receiving that shot, it would be foolish for me to jump back into training anytime before 180 days. I think 6 months at least before I get back to taking shots. 100%.
Yeah, 6 months is, at least.
No, God, look at this comment. It's the first comment. Let's just take this in. I can't watch the MMA anymore. That's how you know this guy's not a real fan. I can't watch the MMA anymore. There's just no excitement and too many rules, so they won't even be able to punch each other.
What the hell?
What rules? No excitement. Did you miss 299, 300, Ryan Garcia?
And
Max
this is
Holloway.
Justin's post.
This is on Justin Gaethje's post. The guy's name's The Human Highlight. That's the internet, kids. I can't watch the MMA anymore. The MMA, my wife. The MMA. That's what you're dealing with, kids. That's the internet.
He has 8 likes on that post.
Oh, no. Look at the next comment. Justin, please retire. You're not a real fighter.
Read it. No, Brent, read it correctly. He goes, you a not.
Oh, wow.
You a not a real
Justin,
fighter.
please retire. You a not a real fighter. Maybe these are Russian bots.
It has to be something.
Or maybe they're just fucking stupid. You know what? They're just stupid. That's wild. Just out of all the guys, one comment says you're not exciting. The other one says you're not a real fighter. It's Justin Gaethje. There can be a guy who's A, more exciting, B, a real legit fucking fighter's fighter. Wild. That's the internet. Let's take a little break here, guys, and we'll get back to the program. When I started podcasting, an online store was the furthest thing from my mind, and now I'm selling all the merch, and it's so freaking easy, all because we use Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, up to 36% better compared to other leading commerce platforms, and sell more and do it right. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. and Shopify's global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, Brooke Lennon, and millions of other entrepreneurs like yourself of every size across 175 countries. Because business that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase, SCHAB, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase, now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase. Cha-ching. This episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by Safety Shot. This product is awesome. It's the world's first alcohol detoxifier that reduces blood alcohol content in as little as 30 freaking minutes. That's right. You've been that guy. You leave the party early. You leave your friends early. You don't have that drink with your girl on Friday night because you got to get up in the morning. Maybe you got baseball like I do with the kiddos. Whatever it is, you don't want to be hungover. Well, now I got the product that's going to answer all your freaking prayers. Go ahead and have that beer. Go ahead and have that extra shot because we're going to sober you up. We're going to make you feel good. And it's not just good to sober you up. It gives you a sharper mind and body. It gives you liver support, well-being boost, gut support, and also, super important, hydration. Chin could use this every day of the week. I don't know if you can use it every day, but Chin, you should.
I should.
All right. So whether it's the pre-game party, after-game party, you're at the Christmas party, you're feeling overserved, you want to look like a clown there, you got a big meeting next morning, whatever it is, we got you covered. So you wake up refreshed, ready to go, hitting the ground running, whether you got Little League Baseball, you got a car show, you got a race, you got to do some work, you got to go to the gym, freaking Safety Shot, they got you covered. Just go to drinksafetyshot.com, use the code Brendan, get 10% off. That's BRENDAN Starbucks. BRENDAN Starbucks. Okay? Went there this morning. Call me Brandon. Still upset about it. Just go to drinksafetyshot.com, promo code Brendan. You get 10% off. This is the answer to all your peers. Have a drink on me and get sober. Get refreshed. Drinksafetyshot.com. Let's get back to the freaking program. What else you got, Jim?
Okay, so this one, I waited to bring it up because I don't know. I'll just bring it up to you right now. So, first of all, Jon Jones had posted that he's back to training, finally, right? After his injury.
Who's he training with? Jon Jones
Well,
posted a
Greg
picture of
Jackson.
him and all his guys at Greg Jackson's, and he said, first day back in the gym since my injury, felt amazing, and so it began. And so it begins, John. And so it begins.
Or he can, yeah, I don't know. Anywho, so there's a guy named MMA Guru. He kind of popped out of nowhere on YouTube.
I'm familiar with him. Yeah, he does some good stuff.
Yeah. But then he made this like 42-minute long video about him claiming that Jon Jones is homosexual. And already, okay, let me refresh this and see. Right now it says 1.6 million views on this Twitter post. Okay, so the same thing. And he went through, I watched the entire video as well. Did you get to see any of this stuff?
Sure didn't, Chan. I got kids. Here's my thing with all this. It's a slow month for MMA. It's a slow month, and I get it. For MMA Guru, I freaking get it. You got to come up with content. I 100% get it. And guy, there's a million channels that do some wild shit and have wild headlines, and it's tough, especially if this is the only way he makes his living and the cards have been bad, this month, or this just starting. It's not what I do, but guess what guys do? This is the MMA landscape for you.
Okay, so I did watch
Is there
it.
any validation to any of it?
There's no actual
I really
proof.
don't entertain it because it's like when you click on it, I'm sure there's stuff like Brendan Schaub's gay, or, Brendan's into this, or Brendan beats his kid. Wild shit. You'll see wild shit out there. It's the Wild West. So this is the Wild West. I don't entertain it. It's just not what we do. I don't think anyone would feel good if I covered this. For the MMA Guru, I'll say this. I get it. I get why you guys do stuff like this. It's just not what we do.
Let me just say this.
I've known John for a hot second. The man is not gay.
All right, so this is kind of like tongue-in-cheek a little bit too, because like he would show images or video of John doing like even little mannerisms, and he would just be yelling out, you're gay, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. And he was like telling like the YouTube admin, like, there's nothing wrong with that. But he would play another clip, that's gay, he would just do that kind of. So I think he's kind of joking around too.
And have we ever talked about MMA Guru before?
I don't think
He's
so.
been doing a hot second. I don't think so. He does a lot of stuff. So
Yeah,
it works.
you're saying
So it
it's like a
works.
slow MMA combat sports.
Yeah,
week,
and,
so.
and we're talking about MMA Guru. Like he succeeded for what he wants to do. He got coverage. We're sure as hell not the only one covering it. If that post on Twitter has 1 point whatever million views, The problem is when you do make those claims. If John wanted to, he could come after him
Yeah,
for defamation.
He mentioned that too. Like he's kind of scared that he posted that too.
It'll get him traction. I don't know if it's the rights. That 1.6 million views on that tweet. Yeah. I I don't. All this just adds into the super toxic like MMA world, because there's a really great side and then there's a super toxic side. There's really no in between except for like the casuals, but there's people who ride and die for MMA, and then there's the super toxic, and that's MMA in a nutshell. The most toxic fans on the planet. So you're gonna get coverage, you're gonna get exposure, but I guess he doesn't have to care about like he's not booking guests and stuff, so you don't have to care about that.
He does like meet up with different MMA fighters.
Does he?
Yeah, and does like videos with them.
The only thing he has going for him, if you're gonna go after anyone, because of Jon's history, not a lot of people are gonna stick up for Jon, right? Like it's not, like even if he wants to interview fighters, which I'm sure he's doing. I don't know exactly what he does. I've heard of him obviously, but.
And he's actually like, he looks like
he knows his stuff.
No, I'm saying if you look at it, just his face, he looks like a chubby dude, like a short, chubby dude, but he's actually like a really tall, big dude.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, like giant. He was, standing next to different fighters, but yeah. Either way, this is just his thing.
And then didn't Strickland like say something about it too, so that gets coverage? Like Strickland, responded to it. Was like, if Jon is gay, all this stuff. It's like. It's also this weird, like, let's say that there's not, but let's say there's some truth to any of this. There's not. I'm telling you there's not. But let's say there's some truth to any of this. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody cares about the personal lives of fighters or celebrities. I don't get it. I don't give a fuck what Jon does.
And
nor should you guys. But again, if you're in the arena of, content and getting clicks, that's the world we live in.
So if Jon Jones was really gay and he knew it, he shouldn't be putting his business out there anyway. Like that's not his, that's not his. He shouldn't be doing that.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Jon's been famous for how long?
A long time.
I started with him. I was the main event and he was a co-main event. That's how long ago it was on a Ultimate Fighter finale. He fought Matt Hamill, then I was the main event against Roy Nelson. I wish Roy Jones. Roy Nelson. In all those years, do you think the MMA Guru has some information that nobody else can get over Jon Jones? When you just legit think about it, I didn't watch the video. I don't know what facts he's putting out there or evidence, but when you say you watch it and he's like, oh, that's gay. You could create so many videos of me doing quote unquote gay stuff. Me like
that is very
butt humping Brian on I'll do it today for the hell of it. Mondays, Wednesdays gets pretty weird, it's the world we live in, man. But also, again, as a content creator, I get it. Whenever I see stuff, whether it's me, Jon, whoever it's on, and it's like any big comic, any fighter, any celebrity, Rogan, you'll see negative thing, like a whole episode, an hour long. Rogan this, Schaub's this, Jon's this, insert person in the spotlight. This gets something negative, and you see the views. It's wild. Wild. It's the world we live in.
Yeah. Alrighty.
But imagine what it would do for the gay movement if the baddest man on the planet liked cock.
That's what the MMA Guru was saying. Like, he's like, just if you are, let it be known, and you'll have a huge, like way more bigger fan base from that community.
True. That's not true.
That's what he's saying on his video, though.
Well, yeah, I think, again, I didn't see the video. I assume he's kind of joking, but that's not true. It'd be tough.
I don't know. The whole video is kind of like, there's some sort of serious things and some like even when he was at that comedy place, remember he was like drunk?
Jon
Jones, yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess they found out that, or Drew's saying that he found out that the guy that he was with, it was a guy that he was with. And he was saying like...
Probably a training partner.
But he was saying very like provocative stuff. You know what? If anyone wants to watch it, it's on the YouTube. You can just judge for yourselves. But to me, it's more like tongue in cheek. I felt.
So, like I said, it's a slow month.
I mean, 300 was amazing.
I'm about to do a video on Brian being gay.
Well,
Which is basically firing the kid in a nutshell.
yeah. Anyway, next one.
Do you think John even talks about this? Does he even address it? It's so like
I haven't seen
far
any
out
response. No. But
there. 1.6 million views. He might have to say something. I'm always on the side of just ignore and don't say anything, but
I mean,
you give it traction when you do. But it's also the new. This is the news cycle. It's a slow week. Like if he did this during the week of the UFC 300, this gets lost in the shuffle because there's nothing. We're like, oh well, check that out. Probably by next week, we're not talking about it. It's just the way it goes.
unless John,
And it's not that MMA Guru doesn't make good content. It's just the way it goes. Like you're only as good as your last freaking video, and that video lives for even 2 days, 3 days max. By the fifth day, you know how it is, Case. By the fifth day, you see views go. What else you got, Jen?
How about this one? So Diego Lopez jumped on the cage when he won his fight at UFC 300. And also Armin Sarukian, remember he punched someone in the crowd because they were like flipping off. So their purses, at least till now, are withheld. They are not. They don't have access to the money yet, and they have to do a hearing.
That's so stupid. And why? Well, the cage thing's so stupid.
That's when I was like most like why? Who cares? Everyone jumps on the cage.
Also, my argument would be I'd have my management
Or he jumped over the cage, Diego.
over on
But people do
whatever.
all the time.
I'd have my management put together a clip of how many times the UFC's used that footage to build up fights when guys jump on the cage, over the cage, and then be like, "Really? You're gonna find me?" And the league that I'm fighting for makes money off the promo of me jumping on or over the cage. What's your argument?
And fans love it. I mean,
It's just
Who's it hurting?
it's also no one's. It's not premeditated. So like I jumped on the cage in Toronto. I was
you're
on
in
the
the
front
moment,
cover
right?
of
It's
Toronto,
adrenaline.
whatever. Yeah, you just do it. It's there. It's not that high. You jump on. That's stupid.
it is dumb.
The Sarukian one punched a guy in the face. All right, you got an argument there.
That one, I would say
All right.
maybe I'll look into it a little bit more. But
All right, NSAC.
but that dude, remember that douchebag looking dude? He said he's not pressing any charges or anything.
He just wants
let
free
it go.
tickets. Yeah,
Let
there's
it go.
no. I don't know what they're withholding there, but jump on the cage is stupid. Good luck with that one. NSAC.
This will be the last one for current events, but David Haney released a statement about Ryan Garcia.
God, he's not going about it right. Like
Yeah.
he posted a thing like
Let
celebration,
me show
still
you
the
this.
champ. You're like, we're just gonna pretend we all didn't just see you get your ass whooped.
Yeah,
First, I want to say
that's tough.
I can't read that one. Allah is the perfect planner. I trust his plan no matter what. I came up short, but this is boxing. If anyone knows me, they know that I'm a true competitor. Blah blah blah. Ryan, despite the circumstances, was victorious that night, and that's fine. I do feel like weight played a role. Yeah, but you agreed to it. Played a role in it, but only Allah knows. I'd love to run it back and give the fans a fair fight with the agreed weight. I don't think he's getting it. With that being said, I'm currently enjoying time with my family, friends, as well as making up my days of Ramadan. Can you do that?
I guess I don't know.
Can like double down on it? Thank you for all your supporters. After I finish making up my days of Ramadan, we'll tell you guys what's next.
And this is De La Hoya's response.
Good luck with
Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn, but there will not be a rematch. Good luck in your career and good luck with Eddie, a European promoter trying to make it in the U.S. Ooh, savage. Yeah, I don't think they're going to see it. Garcia's talking about fighting everybody but him. He's talking about fighting Sugar Sean O'Malley, going up to 154, 147, like everybody but him. Mm-hmm. Is that it, Chin?
Yeah, so we got some fights this weekend as well.
We do have a
fight
fun
night.
one. I said it's a slow month, but there are a few fun ones. One championship's bringing that fire. They got one fight night, 22, Sundell versus Natalia. It is the women strawweight Muay Thai world title. These are some youngsters, super youngsters. When you're talking about Sundell and Natalia, first of all, they're savages. Sundell, she was 17 when she won the inaugural one women's straw Muay Thai World Championship. That's April 2022. So was that? So she's 20 years old now. She was a world champion at 17. Let that set in. Yep, she's the youngest person to win the world title, which is wild. She's been so dominant. This is what's crazy. I talked to one championship. She's been so dominant that they can't find her opponent. Everyone keeps declining because she keeps whooping everybody's ass. And then our girl decided to step in there, and Natalia was like, I'll do it. And so here we go. Of course, she's Russian. And Natalia said, I'll do it. And she won the women's MC, so WMC Muay Thai world title when she was a kid. And then she's had some exciting fights. For one, on Friday Fights, she defeated 4 of the fighters there in vicious first round knockouts. So that's going to be a fun one. You got tip of the spear Muay Thai going down. You got some fun MMA. You got 2 undefeated mega prospects, Akbar and Amir. Someone's as they say, has got to go. They're both 10-0. They're both 10-0 at the featherweight, and their boys want a world championship title on their resumes. All right. And you're talking about, if we could bet on this, I don't know the odds, but this one's not going to decision. They're both finishers. You're talking about our boy Akbar has a 100% finish rate. All of them but one victory is via knockout. 9 of his 10 wins happened in the first round. And our boy Amir, since he turned pro in 2016, this Turkish juggernaut has destroyed the competition. He owns a 90% finishing rate. So you have 100% versus 90%, and 8 of his wins have come via knockout. So let's see what happens. I have a good idea how this thing ends, but we'll see how it goes. So you got Muay Thai World Championship. You got 2 young prospects, undefeated, going at it, 90% finish rate, 100% finish rate. You have the youngest world champion at 17 to ever do it, and it is all going down on one championship. We're talking about Fight Night 22. Get you some. All right, Chin, another good one championship going down. Fight Night happening 22. Couple youngsters, couple undefeated prospects. I know you'll be watching, Chin. Mm-hmm. And then obviously, it's, you know what? I said it's a slow May, but you got some stuff. You have UFC 301 going down on Saturday in Brazil. Pantoja, our boy Steve. You got Jose Aldo fighting a very tough fight. He has to be a dog, I assume. Jonathan Martinez is no freaking punk. I assume Jose Aldo's a dog. But to fight the Rio King, the King of Rio, in his own backyard,
so
he's a minus 162. Not a huge favorite. Mm-hmm. All right. Our boy Steve's not a huge dog either. Plus 164. Anthony Smith, eesh. God, they don't do him any favors, do they? Our boy Paul Craig's a big dog. Where's Shore? Keep going. Where's our boy Shore at?
Minus
Jack Shore plus 142. Okay.
No. Jack is a minus plus, 1. Or my bad.
I'm looking plus at this. 142.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the over-under of rounds.
Gotcha.
So you got Fight Night. You got one championship Fight Night, 22 going down. You got UFC 301. Then it's Cinco de Mayo. So not only is every Cinco de Mayo my girl's birthday, but it's also the same time Canelo fights. 2 Mexicans that are very white. It'll throw you for a loop, man. It'll throw you for a loop. You think Mexican, you think tan, you're wrong. All right? You're dead wrong. And that is going down May 5th. May 4th. So 5th is Cinco de Mayo. He fights every Cinco de Mayo weekend. So May 4th, it's going down. And Canelo, no surprise here, is I think a minus 600.
Yeah.
He's a pretty big favorite. And this Jamie is he's undefeated, but still, it's freaking Canelo. I always watch Canelo fights. We'll be watching. I don't miss them. They make their tamales and sopa and, all the Mexican food, and watch Canelo beat the shit out of some kid. That's what we do. May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Is that it, buddy?
One real quick one. That Naya Inoue.
Is he fighting this weekend too?
Yeah, on the 6th.
He's a minus 1,400.
Monster, yeah, he's insane. Everyone should watch him fight. He's
Most people
awesome.
rank him as number 1 pound for pound.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely an amazing watch.
Lomachenko's fighting too. Well, on the 11th, so we have some time,
Yeah.
but still. Wow. All right.
Okay.
All right, kids. May the 4th be with you. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Eat all the Mexican food you can. Be nice to Mexicans. That's it. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll get through this month together. Love you guys.